Welcome to a truthful deep dive into the Clifton 6, the Hoka Clifton 6. Something I'm frustrated about with YouTube right now is rather than you reviewers going into the feeling that they have when they run in the shoe, they focus more on what is in the shoe, the technology, what it's supposed to feel like. And I think what's needed is a comparison to a specific shoe and a real life description of how the shoe feels on foot. Instead of just saying, oh, it's responsive, like every other time the reviewer reviews a shoe, they say that every time, it's responsive, cloud-like feeling. That's not what helps people watching the videos. It just makes every shoe sound the same, to me at least. So what I want to do is just describe my experience with the 3 pairs of Clifton 6s that I've owned, and really deep dive into the experiences I've had. So right here is my first pair I had, and there's a story with this shoe because I was running in the Nike Pegasus 36 for about a month, and they felt good at first, but after about 100 miles the Peg 36 just started hurting my foot. The ground contact was too great, and I just needed more protection from the ground, more compression underneath my foot to protect me and prevent any injury that might occur, because a few months before running in that Peg 36 I had a stress fracture in my lower leg, and I did not want that to happen again. So I bought this shoe right here, and it did wonders. And I had that great compression underfoot. It would compress. I didn't feel like I was hitting the ground super hard. It was lightweight, and I just felt like I could run forever with no pain. But after about 250 miles, that dreaded stress fracture came, and I think it was due to my running form, not to this shoe, but it was in my femur, and that was really frustrating. But I knew this shoe had done well for me and protected my feet, so I went ahead and bought a second pair after I was off the crutches, and this is that pair right here. And this pair, just the same. Great protection from the ground, great compression, but also like it would compress and would come back up, and you felt that compression feeling every step. I got 350 miles out of these shoes before I started to not feel that compression. And I should mention that this shoe, I only put about 275 miles in because I wanted something fresh after I got off the crutches. So I ran in these shoes, put 350 miles in, loved them. They protected me. They were light. I could do any sort of workout in them knowing that I was protected from the ground and I could feel that compression. I had never felt that compression in any other shoe before. So after 350 miles in that shoe, I bought this one. This is the one I'm running in currently, and I have about 200 in them so far. And same situation, great compression every step. But as of recently, about 2 weeks ago, I started having some pain in my foot. Right in here, where the knuckle of my big toe sits. In a Hoka, rather than it just being flat, it's kind of curved up on the sides, on the inside, kind of like a really shallow bathtub. And I don't know why it happened in this pair, but right in here near the big toe, it just started to feel like it was bruised, and I was like, no, not another stress fracture. And I didn't know why it was just happening in this shoe. So what I did is I put different insoles, actually from the pegs that I have. I put those insoles in here, and they felt great for one run. But after that run, I took my sock off, and I had a blister right in there because the insole was flat, but the shoe was still curved on the inside, so my shoe was just rubbing up on that curved portion. It wasn't protected by the insole anymore. So with all that being said, what do I think about this shoe? I love the protection underneath the foot. You're going to feel compression every step of the way. You're going to have great arch support. Any neutral runner will love this. heel striker or forefoot striker, it works just because of that rocker. And you feel that compression throughout. It's not just in the heel like a lot of shoes that I've experienced. But what can I say about my final verdict of this shoe? And I think the final verdict is it's worth it. And I think one thing that everyone should consider before buying this shoe is that bathtub feeling on the inside. And I think everyone should consider replacing the insoles on this shoe. But other than that, I feel like out of any shoe, your foot is most protected in this one. If you want a lightweight, everyday shoe, you are protected in this shoe. It's great for long runs just because that compression under your foot keeps you going and it doesn't fatigue your feet. Like in the Peg 36, my feet just felt tired after every run because they were hitting the ground so closely every step. But in this shoe, it's just the opposite. So to any runner out there, I would tell them, put this shoe on in store and try it out. And it's going to feel different than any other shoe. But after trying it, you will have that feeling of never feeling tired. Your feet won't feel tired after any run. You'll feel that compression underfoot. And obviously everyone's foot is different. But I think this one is a winner. I work at a running shoe store, and this shoe is our top selling shoe. No doubt about it. But one thing to note of that is people either love it or they return it because of blistering on the inside or outside of their foot. So the top thing I can recommend when buying this shoe is be open to a different kind of feeling, but also consider replacing the insoles. And I think that's really important when talking about this shoe. You'll love the protection from the ground, I can almost guarantee it. And your feet will be happy, and I think that is what a real review should be like. Your feet will be happy, you'll feel protected, and that's all I can say about it. And I hope this helped, and I hope this kind of review was a good breath of fresh air from the other reviews, just focusing on the technology. And with that, have a good one.